Hello people, I'm Jaby KOAY, joined by ACHARA KIRK. We're gonna get right down to business here. We're looking at Soorarai Pottru, the official trailer. What, did I say it wrong?
I would have said Soorarai.
Soorarai
Or
Pottru. Bit of Spanish, bit of Indian, who knows what that is. Story and direction is by Sudha Kongara. It is starring Suriya, Aparna, Balamurali, Dr.M, Mohan, Babu, Paresh Rawal, Urvashi Karunas, Vivek Prasanna, Krishna Kumar, and Kali Venkat. All right, let's check this out, shall we?
Nedumaran Rajangam per kettirken.
Air ஓட்றவனோ ஏரோப்ளேன்ல போவான்.
ரெக்கமெண்டேஷன் லெட்டர்ல நான் கையெழுத்து போட முடிஞ்சாலும் நான் போட மாட்டேன்.
வேற என்ன பண்ணலாம்னு யோசிப்போம்.
நாளுக்கு ஒரு ரூபா தான் போதும்.
கலந்து ஏரோப்ளேன்ல வாங்க டிக்கெட் வந்து முதல்ல இருந்தாங்க. இதுல 1000 ரூபாய்ல டிக்கெட் வித்து லாபம் பார்க்க போறீங்களா?
டிக்கெட் வேலை வெறும் 1 ரூபா.
அப்போ அவனே நாசமா போயிடுவான்.
மூஞ்சிலே முடிக்காதடா.
உங்க உயிரோட விலை அரை கப் டீக்கு சமமா? ஃப்ளைட் கம்பெனி ஆரம்பிக்கிறதுக்குலாம் நிறைய பணம் தேவை.
பணம்லாம் ஒரு பிரச்சனையே இல்ல. டூ மச்.
24 பேங்க்ல உங்களை கருத்துட்டு இருக்கேங்க. அத பத்தி பேசுவோமா?
ஊரை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் நீ ஒரு கிறுக்கி நான் ஒரு கிறுக்கேன். பேசாம நம்மளே கட்டிக்கலாம்.
சாப்பாடுல எக்ஸ்ட்ரா வெயிட்.
அப்ப வெயிட்டா இருந்தா உங்களுக்கு பிடிக்காதோ?
மக்களோ 1 ரூபாய்க்கு பார்க்க வைக்க போறீங்களா? இம்பாசிபிள்.
உன்னை நம்பி இருக்கோம்டா ஜெயிச்சிரா. இங்க இருந்து டெல்லி வரைக்கும் எதிரிங்க.
உங்களுக்கு என்ன குப்பா முளைச்சிருக்கு?
நான் தான் அன்னைக்கே சொன்னேன்ல உன்னை கொண்டாந்து நடுக்கர்ல தான் நிப்பாட்ட போறாருன்னு.
அவனோட பிளேன் இங்க லேண்ட் பண்ண கூடாது.
டேய் மாலனா அவங்க அப்பா விட்டு சொன்னா நீ போயிட்டே இருக்கடா நான் பாத்துக்கறேன்.
உன்னை பத்தி 10 நிமிஷம் தான் யோசிச்சேன். அதுக்கே இப்படி. அதுக்கு மேல யோசிக்க வச்சிடாத.
wow.
What an uphill battle that is. Jeez. Like, talk about David and Goliath.
Yeah.
That is like trying to literally go for the impossible. A dream that, I mean, obviously, I would imagine he made it happen. I think that's the point of the story, right?
Yeah.
Is it based on a true story? I would imagine so.
I mean, yeah, I would imagine so. But I mean, this whole thing of low-cost airlines has come about, like fairly recently. I want to say like in the last maybe 15 years or so. Flying used to be prohibitively expensive. It used to be something that only wealthy people could do, or at least like upper middle class, right? Taking flights, going on holidays and whatnot. In recent years, there have been more and more low-cost budget airlines, but I'm pretty sure the first people who came up with that idea, like him, were considered absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
Like what? How? That's not the way it's done. It's always interesting to see stories about people who think outside the box and are different and creative and create an impact, a positive impact on the world. Although I say positive impact, the one negative impact is global warming.
Well, I'm sure there's global warming,
Yeah.
but he's trying to democratize as much as possible the opportunity to fly.
Yeah.
Because so many people are inhibited by their income. Like they don't, it's a luxury to be able to fly and go places in the world.
Yeah.
Tickets are so expensive. And I did think about that. Like, what if there was a way to make airlines more affordable where you recognize, we were just talking about this because they jack up the prices on everything. Ever since September 11th, they've hiked up the prices on every little thing. And when you think you're getting a deal, you're not, because they'll charge you extra on something else, like to stow your baggage in the overhead.
Yeah.
Like they'll charge you for any goddamn thing on airlines these days. I don't know what it's like in India, but in the States, man alive, they try to just take you for bad. The opportunity to spread that opportunity out to more people is just really cool to me. That being said, I do, consider what you're talking about as well, which is pollution, because flying it's a big pollutant in the atmosphere. I mean, let's just be real.
But that's not what this trailer is about, and that's not what the story is about per se. Like, I think it's super interesting, just kind of the guts it takes,
right.
and it's really inspirational to see that story of like a simple guy to kind of go up against all odds
Right.
and achieve that dream.
Well, we were just watching a trailer the other day for Netflix called Miss India, which is a Telugu trailer. And it was illustrating how this one woman had a lot of red tape in her way just to open a business.
Yeah.
This is on another scale, on
Yeah.
another level. And because there are so many bad guys in his way. When I say bad guys, I mean it in just like a metaphorical sense, because he's got his family, he's got his society, he's got culture, he's got
Yeah.
maybe his girlfriend or wife at a certain point, because maybe she doesn't. It looks like she mostly believes in him and
Yes.
mostly has his back, but I'm sure even there it will be conflict where she doesn't know how to feel about what he's doing. And then on top of that, you have the people who own the airlines, who are in charge of this business, and they do not want any what do you call it, competition whatsoever.
Yeah.
They own the skies, and they're not going to let you come in and do your thing and take away their business.
Yeah, because especially if you undercut them like that, then the only way that they can survive as well, if, you know, his business doesn't fail, is then everybody else has to lower their prices too. Because
I think that's so short-sighted. It's true, but I
Yeah.
think that's incredibly short-sighted, because the fact of the matter is, people who buy tickets for $2,000 are not going to want to fly with people who are buying tickets for $100. They're just not. They're not going to want to ride in the same bus. They're not going to want to ride in the same plane. You know what I mean? Like they consider themselves, it's a classism
it's a
thing,
classism
thing, and so they're not going to want to ride in the same thing. You know, the fact that they would even factor in is so funny to me, because they're different kinds of airlines. I've ridden on the cheap flights. I've ridden on the more expensive flights. They're worlds apart in
Yeah.
terms of like how you're treated, in terms of the amount of people in there. Like one is way more crammed and the other has a little bit more leg room. It's that simple.
The thing is, like, you can become successful in pretty much most things. Like, you can either be successful catering to a smaller amount of people and charging more money, or you can do what this guy's doing and kind of just thinking of everybody and being like, let's make it accessible, and you can still have a successful business model because you're selling to a large quantity of people.
I would really like to see this, just out of the sheer curiosity of seeing how he pulls this off, because the first thing I think about is India's got 1 billion people,
Yeah.
way more than that, right? So how do you offer this service to so many people? Because what you're going to do is end up you're going to end up with not a chokehold. What's it called? Bottleneck. That's what it's called. Okay, so that you end up with a bottleneck at a certain point, because if you have 1 billion people all trying to get that same cheap flight, how do you discriminate one from the other? Like, how do you discern who gets the flight? Is it a lottery? Like, then you have a new problem, you know?
Well, yeah, but then if more and more people are buying, then clearly your business model is successful, and then you can probably get more loans and buy more planes and have a bigger fleet and all that.
I mean, I guess this is part of why India has such a successful railway system to begin with. It's just because it makes it travel more accessible to a lot more people. But I suppose with flight, you get international. Depending on where this plane is going, I don't know if it's domestic or I never heard of this dude.
Yeah.
So,
but I think it's cool as well. Like, just the trailer, the way they did it, it almost seemed like, you know, he was like a rock star. Like the way they cut the trailer, it was like, bam, bam, bam.
Well,
you know, it's like super, just actiony and like.
Well, that's what you get with Telugu and Tamil.
Yeah,
trailers.
no, but it's interesting. Like, it makes it seem so much more appealing, you know, because it's kind of giving it that action feel, and it feels kinetic.
I think what you mean is larger than life as well.
Sure, yeah. It's like kinetic, larger than life, that kind of feel, but at the same time, it's a drama, and I really like Suriya, and in this trailer, he just seems like super grounded in his performance, even though the trailer all around him, it's all kind of like, bam, 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 pow, pow,
Yeah.
and he's like, I'm just gonna be the anchor here and just keep it really real and really grounded, and just like
that's
play
one of
this
those
character.
That's one of those things you always have to hand to India, which is they'll make a drama look like an action movie.
Yeah.
You know, well, I mean, depending on the region, but like that's often what you get is like they'll make a drama feel as exciting as an action film.
Yeah.
And that's harder over here in the States. Straight dramas don't sell very well compared to something with action or, you know, sex comedy or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are certain things that just sell well, and drama is not one of them, unless you've loaded it with visual effects. It was a little bit surprising that you didn't see Suriya kicking anybody. You know?
Yeah, right?
He's always kicking somebody.
He's just kicking the establishment in their face.
Yeah, giving it to the man. That's tough, man. Like, there's a lot of movies like this. There's one with Greg Kinnear where it's a true story of him taking on Ford. Because he corrected the windshield wiper, and Ford basically stole his idea. And for 20 years or something crazy like that, he fought Ford. And it was a settlement of like $30 billion.
Wow.
Or I forget. Don't quote me on that. I don't know for sure the numbers, but it was something insane. It might have been $30 million. I don't know. But like, it was something where he fought like for years against Ford and he won.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, it's always inspiring to watch these stories and hear of these stories of basically
Flash of genius, that's what
your
it's called.
everyman, you're just like regular person or your underdog even.
Yeah.
To kind of go up against the Goliaths of the business world.
Yeah.
And just kind of kick some serious butt and just make dreams come true. I think it's an inspiration for all of us.
Yeah, if you like stories like this, check out Flash of Genius because it's the same idea. He's taking on a giant, like a corporate giant, and
Yeah.
just that David and Goliath thing is just crazy. Like I can't imagine like what the balls it takes to do something like that. You know what I mean?
It's like the pure madness of someone who has an idea and believes in it completely in the face of everyone around them going, it's not possible, you're never gonna make it. And I think for most people to have that same amount of rejection that he faced,
Right.
they probably would have given up,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
most people after maybe the first rejection would have gone, oh, I guess it's not gonna work out. But he just would not take no for an answer until he got it. I mean, I think they gave away a lot in the trailer.
I
but
still wanna watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
still wanna
exactly
watch
what
it,
I was
yeah.
about to say. It's like, I just want to see it through.
Well, I'm glad Suriya brought this picture to life. He's the producer on the film, at least as far as the credits go. Main producer at the very least. So I'm glad he's, investing time and energy into these stories. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us, and hopefully you enjoyed that reaction and discussion. Check out ACHARA KIRK on the social media, as well as the Jabs. I'm on Instagram and the Twitter. Yep.